In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to do the chain arch trim. Really lovely way to finish off your crochet pieces of work. So it's a really lovely simple stitch just to finish off your work and just to give it a little bit more of a professional finish. Hello, my name's Karen Stangram and welcome to Conquer Crochet, the channel for tips, tricks and techniques for conquering your crochet. Everything I talk about in today's video will be linked in the descriptions below. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you don't miss a single stitch. So if you're keen to get going with this video, give me a thumbs up and let's do this. So for this tutorial I'm using a double knit yarn. I have a 4mm crochet hook, scissors to sew off my end, my needle to sew in my end, and a stitch marker just in case I need one. So we're going to start on the right side of our fabric. My piece here is actually right on both sides, but if you have a right and a wrong side in your work, make sure you have the right side facing you. Going to make a slip knot. With the yarn we're going to do our edging in. I'm doing it in a contrasting colour, mostly so that you can see the difference between the fabric and the edging, but also you might want to do it in the same colour as your fabric depending on the look you're going for. So I'm going to insert my hook into the first stitch and put my slip knot on my hook, pull that loop through, yarn over and pull through the loop on your hook, and then just pull on your tail to tighten it up. So we're going to start off with a double crochet, and that's UK terminology. In US terminology that will be a single crochet, and we're going to go into the same stitch that we've just joined our yarn to. So I'm going to insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the two on our hook. And we're just going to do a row of double crochets all the way down the row, but I want to try and hide my end. So I'm going to just lay that across the top so that I can hide it underneath. So I go through the stitch, under the tail, yarn over, pull through, and I'm good to go. So I'm going to keep working my way down this row with double crochets until I get to the end, and I will see you in a moment. So I've done my row of double crochets. I'm now going to chain one and I'm going to turn my work. So this will now be the wrong side if you're working with a right and a wrong side. I'm just going to cut off my tail. So I've chained one and turned, and I'm going to make a double crochet in this very first stitch. So that chain one doesn't count, so we're working in here with a double crochet. We're then going to chain three. 1, 2, 3. We're going to skip the next stitch and make a double crochet in the next stitch. Going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip a stitch, double crochet in the next stitch, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip a stitch, double crochet in the next stitch, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip a stitch, double crochet in the next stitch, and that's all we need to do all the way down our row. So chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip a stitch, double crochet in the next stitch. So I'm just going to work my way along this row so you can see what it looks like when the whole thing is complete. So I've just worked a few more rows, and you can pull up these arches just to make them more defined. There's a really lovely simple edging. Looks good on both sides. So if you're wanting to make something just stand out that little bit more, that's a really nice simple one to do. I wouldn't use this one for babies because babies will get their fingers trapped and we don't want to break any little fingers. So probably steer clear from for this one on baby blankets. But that's how to do the chain arch trim. I really hope you found today's tutorial useful. If there are any information that you need to find out about this video, have a look in the descriptions below where I post all the links to any freebies and other videos I think you might find useful. Don't forget, if you have enjoyed this video, to give me a thumbs up below. Don't forget also to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you've enjoyed it and you'd like to see more of my tutorial videos. There are 2 other videos on screen to help you on your crochet journey, and I will see you over there. Thank you so much for joining me on this one, and happy hooking!